Commission meeting to order Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Madam Secretary, can I get a roll call, please?
Here.
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 Here. All right, please stand and let's do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right. I'm opening it up for general public comment. Does anybody wish to speak on any item general? I see none. I'm closing general public comment. All right, may I get a motion to approval for the agenda?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the agenda as submitted. Second.
All right, we got a move by Commissioner Pritzos. We got a second by Commissioner Nieberline. Let's vote. Did it work?
Went away.
It went away.
Easy.
Oh, can I just,
Go ahead and do a voice.
let's do a voice vote, please?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes unanimously. All right, we'll go down. May I get an approval or a motion for the approval of the minutes, please?
Me? I move to approve the minutes of Move to approve the minutes of the Planning Commission study session held on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, Planning Commission meeting held on Thursday, October 16th.
I second that motion.
All right, we got a move by Commissioner Rodriguez Elkins, a second by Commissioner Kramer. Please vote. All right, it passes unanimously. All right, we're up to 7.1, public hearing. Consideration, discussion, and possible action on a request to rezone 0.75 acre site located at 2221 Pyramid Way, APM 027-332-14 from PO Professional Office to C1 Neighborhood Commercial, and APN 027-332-14 and rezone a 0.46 acre site located at 860 Tyler Way, APN 027-332-13 from MF5 multifamily residential to C1 neighborhood commercial. All right, thank you, Deanie.
Good evening, Chair Ross and members of the Planning Commission. Danie Ray, Senior Planner, here to present this item to you tonight. So this request seeks Planning Commission consideration to rezone two adjacent parcels that are located at the northwest corner of Pyramid Way and Tyler Way that together total 1.21 acres. The 0.75 acre parcel that's located here on the right at 2221 Pyramid Way is currently zoned PO, Professional Office, and is developed with a building that was constructed in 1964 and most recently contained a financial institution used, the familiar Wells Fargo. Also present at that address on that parcel are a drive-through facility and an outdoor drive-up ATM associated with that financial institution use. And that was a special use permit that was approved back in 1979. The 0.46 acre parcel located at 860 Tyler Way, shown here on the left, is currently zoned MF5, multifamily residential, and is developed with a 5,991 square foot professional office building that was constructed in 1977. The buildings on both parcels are currently vacant. So this request seeks to rezone both parcels. from MF5, multifamily residential for the 860 Tyler Way, and professional office for 221 Pyramid Way, to C1 for both parcels for neighborhood commercial. The Sparks Comprehensive Plan land use designation for both parcels is commercial, and the proposed C1 zone is a conforming zoning district for the commercial land use designation, so comprehensive plan amendment will not be required. The map on the left shows the existing zoning, and the map on the right shows the proposed zoning. A mix of attached single-family residences, detached single-family residences, and commercial uses surround the site. To the north of the project site is the Pyramid Professional Center, shown here in blue, or professional office, and located in the PO zoning district. And located both to the west and east of the subject site are single-family residential uses in the SF6 zoning district. Uses to the south, right here and here, of the subject site across Tyler Way include a fueling station, a self-serve car wash, and office building located in the C1 zoning district. So the applicant has submitted this rezoning request to support a wide range of commercial uses on the subject site. I know this is somewhat difficult to see. It was included in your packets as Exhibit 5. Lists the permitted and conditional uses allowed in the MF2 and PO zoning districts as compared to the requested C1 zoning district. The proposed C1 district allows an increased number of commercial and institutional uses compared to the current MF5 and PO zoning districts, including potential drive-through uses. There are 7 uses allowed under the current MF5 zone that are not permitted in the proposed C1 zone, and 5 uses allowed under the PO zone that are also not allowed in the C1 zone. Examples include, but not limited to, single-family residential, duplexes, live-work dwellings, boarding house, hospital, data processing, including data centers, and media production. Alternatively, there are a total of 40 uses permitted by right and conditionally in the proposed C1 zoning district that are not allowed under either the MF5 or PO zoning district. So these include various neighborhood commercial uses, such as overnight animal services, craft distillery, urban wineries, food markets, liquor stores, drive-throughs, funeral services, maintenance services, building material sales and services, auto detail, and light auto repair. A trip generation letter has been provided by the applicant that compares trips generated by the 5 most intensive uses allowed in the existing PO and MF5 zoning districts compared to the most intense uses permitted in the proposed C1 zoning district. That is Exhibit 7 in your packets, the trip generation letter. The top 3 uses with the largest potential net increase in trip generation are convenience store with 7,624 average daily trips, gas station with 6,508 average daily trips, and drive-throughs with 4,506 average daily trips. Each of these higher intensity uses require approval of a CUP. The CUP process requires project-specific trip generation analysis and allows conditions to be placed on a project to mitigate adverse effects. To address potential impacts from drive-through facilities, the Planning Commission may recall that it recommended approval of an ordinance that requires a conditional use permit to establish a new drive-through facility or intensify an existing drive-through facility if peak hour trips increased by more than 10% over the originally approved use. City Council did adopt that ordinance in June of this year. An example of intensification would be if, in this case, a financial institution with a drive-through facility converts that drive-through use to a higher trip generation use, such as fast food restaurant with drive-through. And a traffic study demonstrates that the increased trip generation would exceed 10%. Then approval of a conditional use permit would be required to provide conditions of approval to mitigate potential negative impacts. Now we can move over to the findings. There's only 3 for rezoning. So rezoning the subject site from MF5 and PO to C1 is, as proposed, would expand the range of commercial, office, entertainment, institutional, and multifamily residential uses that could establish on the subject site, supporting goals MG1 and MG2. The subject site was developed between 1964 and 1977. It's located in a previously developed area where city services are already being provided at acceptable levels, supporting policy CF1. City staff received comments from Northern Nevada Public Health and the Regional Transportation Commission, RTC, stating they had no issues regarding the rezoning. This rezoning request from PO and MF5 to C1 would allow for a range of residential, commercial, institutional, and entertainment uses, again, to establish on the site either by right or with an approved CUP, provided impacts to the surrounding neighborhood can be mitigated. This range of uses is compatible with the mix of land uses surrounding the site, which are generally commercial, professional office, and single-family housing products. And lastly, notices were mailed on November 4th of this year to 226 separate owners of property within 750 feet of the subject site. Notice of the request was also published in the Reno Gazette-Journal on November 4th. And finally, the posting of the agenda for the Sparks Planning Commission hearing serves as additional notice to the public. So staff has received 1 inquiry for information and has not received any comment in favor or opposition of the proposal. At the time of this meeting, that's all I've received, nothing since. Staff does submit that the rezoning of the site as proposed is compatible with the mix of land uses surrounding the site. It's generally commercial, professional office, and detached single-family products. While the proposed C1 zone would expand the number of allowed commercial uses, C1 zoning district is the city's least intense commercial zone that is appropriate when integrated into the surrounding neighborhood. So staff is recommending the Planning Commission forward its recommendation of approval to the City Council. This concludes my presentation, and I am happy to answer any questions you have. The property owner and applicant is here as well.
All right, thank you. Commissioners, do we have any questions for Danny? Nothing? Do you guys want to add anything? All right, perfect. Anybody want to ask them questions? No, I think we're good. Thank you, Danny.
This is a public hearing.
Yeah. So this is a public hearing item. Does anybody wish to make a public comment? I see none. I will close public comment. All right, Commissioners, do we have any further discussion? All right, I'll take a recommendation of a motion.
Chair, I move forward a recommendation of RZ 24-0003, a request to rezone the site located at 2221 Pyramid Way from PO to C1, and rezone the site located at 860 Tyler Way from MF5 to C1, based on findings Z1 through Z3 and the facts supporting these findings as outlined in the staff report.
Second.
All right, we got a move by Commissioner Kramer, a second by Commissioner Pritzos. Please vote. Oh, any further discussions? No, sir. All right, let's vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right, we have no general business tonight. Announcements.
I have none, Mr. Chair.
That's you.
Sorry. Someone else has an announcement. But I have.
No announcements? Commissioners, any announcements? No? All right, we'll open it up for general public comment. Anybody wish to speak on general items? I see none. I will close general public comments. All right, commissioners? I think we're good. Meeting adjourned.
Have a happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.